Hello, ladies and gentlemen, and welcome to one of the major races of the season, the race between SOLIDWORKS 2023 and SOLIDWORKS 2025 in opening the same large assembly. Your host today is Alin Vergatu from Trimax Solutions. In preparation for the course, I just wanted to make sure that both versions are not running anything in lightweight mode, so everything is going to be fully resolved for, notice no lightweight mode for 2023. And I'm pretty sure the same thing is being set up for 2024, so no lightweight mode and manual mode. The computer that we are currently using is a laptop, pretty underpowered. It's a Dell Precision 5690 with a first generation Ultra CPU. So if you guys know anything about these CPUs, they are a step backwards in regards to the Core i9 CPU. So it's about 25% slower. 64 gig of RAM. And let's start opening the files. On the left, I have SOLIDWORKS 2023. On the right, I have SOLIDWORKS 2025. The files have been saved in each version, so they're gonna open two different files, but it's the same geometry. So let's start with 2023, 2025. Let's see what's happening. So the first thing that should appear is the graphics on the screen. Whatever was saved inside the model, whatever was saved inside the assembly file should appear on the screen right now. As you can see, on the left side, we have version Service Pack 5.0. On the right side, we have Service Pack 1.2 of 2025. And so, interestingly enough, 2025 was much faster on loading the graphics, and it's off to the races. It's already loading components. Okay, let's see what's coming next. So we're loading the components fast and furious on 2025. It's not very clear what 2023 is doing right now. So hopefully it's doing something behind the scene. Updating the assembly. So all those cool mates that might be out of date, assembly features. This assembly has 145,760 components. Not all of them are unique parts. And now we are calculating the graphics on SOLIDWORKS 2025. Okay, so waiting for the graphics to be computed. We're going to consider the assembly loaded the moment I can actually interact with the model. I can click on it, I can spin the screen, spin the viewport. This is when I'm going to consider the model to be fully loaded. So let's see what's happening. Obviously, the fact that I have both of them running at the same time impair the graphic generation time, because you can do multi-core processing. And looks like 2025 is ready to work. SOLIDWORKS 2023 decides right now to start displaying the graphics data, and looks like that was a bit of a work that it has to do. And now is decided to start loading the components. So you can see quite a lot of slowdown from the graphic processing point of view. Let's see if anything else is similar or different to SOLIDWORKS 2025. You can see opening components. It's fast once the components got loaded for the first sub-assembly. Now again, updating assemblies. The updating assembly phase, and still now we're updating the top level assembly. You see here post-loading assembly. Let's see the graphics. All right, so this seems to be the Achilles heel of 2023, or let's put it the other way, this is one of the major improvements in SOLIDWORKS 2025. The other measurement that we're going to do is in regards to the refresh rate of the screen, frames per second. How fast I can zoom in, zoom out, maybe spin the model in one version versus the other. What I have as a graphics card, it's NVIDIA RTX ADA generation 2000. So it's kind of an entry-level professional video card. You will probably get a much better refresh rate of the frames per, so calculated in frames per second in a faster video card. Notice right now it's still calculating the graphics, even though you see the feature manager popping up. What do you see here? Generating graphics right here at the bottom of the screen, right? Generating graphics. We are not done yet in SOLIDWORKS 2023. So still opening the same model. And still waiting, still waiting. Now, this can be painful. I probably would have to create a version of this video with no, with a little bit of speed up. I'm gonna speed the video maybe 10 or 20 times, so we can compare the results. And now finally we are done. So much slower. Now let's take a look at the frames per second. We're gonna pay attention to these two numbers, right? I'm gonna spin the model and see what happens. And just to make sure that the spinning happens kind of identical, let's make sure that we are gonna spin about the scene floor, rotate above scene floor, right? So this way it's gonna be more predictable about how spinning is gonna happen. Right, waiting for 2023 to respond. Okay, let's start with 2023 and spinning this. I'm seeing 4, maybe 5 frames per second on the rotation. Okay, let's try this guy. So spinning, and I'm seeing 7, 9. So it looks like the refresh rate, it's about 50% faster right now in SOLIDWORKS 2025 compared to SOLIDWORKS 2023. The other thing with SOLIDWORKS 2023, once I get back here, there is a serious hesitation, serious slowdown. So just I'm holding now the mouse button and starting to rotate, and you can see it's barely going. Let's try zoom in, zoom out by spinning the wheel. And I'm doing actually right now, I'm spinning the wheel and I'm seeing 3, 4, 5 frames per second, right? If you're looking again in around the area where I mentioned, let's try SOLIDWORKS 2025 and I'm seeing more like 40 frames per second. So look at that, I'm going closer, and that number increases tremendously. So spinning again, zooming, it's much more natural. Then there is no lag. While here there is a certain amount of lag. I'm spinning and waiting. In 2025, that lag is gone. Let's try also panning. So I'm gonna go maybe orient both of them in isometric mode. So same thing here. Trying to get 2023 to respond, and this is one of the major problems, the lag in responsiveness. And I'm gonna hold down the control key and the middle mouse button and try to pan this left and right. Again, a huge lag. I already started panning and it took a while for the computer to respond, and you can see how laggy it is. Look at that, I stopped, this thing is still going, right? So it's not just the frames per second, it's the the serious lag in operation as I'm dragging this left and right. Okay, let's try in 2025. So drag left, drag right, and I see a little bit of lag, but it's much smoother. At least it feels. Also, if you're looking at the frames per second, I'm seeing there 10, 12, 14 frames per second in this manipulation. And let's go back to zoom to fit on both of them just to make sure that we are fair in our comparison. I'm going to start again with 2023. I already started, that the lag is there. And what do I see? About 7 frames per second. Let's go back to 2025. And I'm seeing again 9, 10, a bit more than 10, maybe 11 frames per second. And one of the most important things is that there is no lag when I try to select things, when I try to move around, there is absolutely no lag. So let's say I would like to go here and let's do a zoom to selection, right? Let's do the same thing over there. There is a huge lag after I click on this. There is no context toolbar popping up. Now it decided to pop up zoom to selection, right? So it's clearly a huge improvement in SOLIDWORKS. Thank you.